lights up ahead. Oh yeah, something's going on. Oh, buddy, go, 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 go. Woo. We're in collectors, but that was not the intro of a video I was expecting. Yeah, a couple weeks ago I made a comment on a video. Well, someone else made a comment on a video. It was a multi-vehicle pileup as it happened on the interstate. And it consisted of one vehicle in the middle lane that was in a wreck, turned around, no lights on, and it was at night and cars just kept running into it. And the comment that was made on that video was talking about, the commenter was a new driver, and they said that they're more worried. It's the week before Christmas, so the radio's pretty busy. But he was saying as a new driver, he finds himself worrying more about what other people on the highway are doing, more so than what he's doing. And that is 100% true. A good driver is paying attention to what everyone else is doing on the highway. And almost kind of driving. My comment was, you're 100% right. You're looking at what other people are doing on the on the road, and basically predicting what's going to happen and what their moves are. See, just right there, that blue car, yeah, that right lane there is ending, so he merged over, and it was a little close to the white SUV, and so the white SUV came into my lane, and now he's in my lane because this lane's moving a little bit faster than that lane. And you look at some of these guys right here, they have a reason to come into the space that I have right there, so you got to watch out for stuff like that. This guy's just driving slow in that lane. Don't really have to worry about him doing anything evasive. But yeah, today I'm just gonna kind of do what I was just doing there and point out what I'm thinking of, what I'm observing coming down the highway. This guy's just over the line into my lane. It almost looked like he was ready to merge into it for some reason, but he's not. This guy coming up beside me. But yeah, every off-ramp and on-ramp, you usually have a collection of cars doing stuff. Some of them get off, some of them stay going forward. And just kind of watch for stuff like that. This guy's coming on the highway right here, so he's gonna want the space beside me, but this guy just came in trying to cut in front of him. He's moving slow, so that might actually hold up the guy back there. This guy's gonna take my spot. So I lost a little bit of following distance. I gained it back. I lost it again. You know what, we're actually gonna move over a lane here. See the Tesla behind me, he saw that I had my signal on and he's moving over. This guy, yeah, he probably wanted that lane. I mean, other than the traffic right here, that was the only reason I moved over, and I didn't really have to at that point if I was considering more so what this guy was doing on his drive. Yeah, because he needs to move over a bunch of lanes. Now he's where he should be. He shouldn't have any reason to come back into here. The left lane is going over to Express, which has actually been moving pretty slow today. So I think I'm gonna stay on Collectors. I have a feeling anyone else paying attention to what's going on is gonna want to stay in Collectors. This guy's moving pretty slow. So I might actually change my mind depending on what he does. Yeah, let's take Express. Now I'm being the unpredictable one. So you kind of watch what other drivers are doing, and you can kind of point out if someone does something unexpected and you can't figure out a reason why. It's kind of a sign that they're an unpredictable driver, and you kind of give them extra space or try to get away from them as much as you can. I mean, I try to be relatively predictable, but sometimes, like, everyone makes mistakes in driving and not exactly the perfect decision every time. And that's kind of the way it is. Kind of one of the things you have to predict and understand that it's the way of the road, boys. So yeah, anyways, we're getting back on Collectors. This is kind of what I usually do, is swap between Express and Collectors. Sometimes I just ride Collectors because Express gets pretty jammed up. I talked about that in another one of my videos. This guy sees me merging in here, and he's probably expecting that I want to be in his lane, which I do. So he sped up a bit to give me room. This guy, he has his turn signal on, so I'm not actually going to enter that lane. You always got to watch out for stuff like that, because the guys in the right lane can also take the middle lane as well. And he wasn't necessarily watching what I'm doing and merged into the lane that I already had my signal on for. So you kind of label that Honda Civic as someone to watch out for, keep an eye on, not just someone you can just brush off and you're doing your thing in your lane, you aren't gonna move, you're paying attention, that's fine. Now you kind of watch out for guys like that guy. But yeah, see, on multi-lane highway, he's back in the right lane there. On multi-lane highways, it's pretty common courtesy for transport trucks to be in the far right lane, and then in this case middle lane is the passing lane. But since there's Express and Collectors, I often find myself just riding out the middle lane in here, because there's still a lane for traffic, including trucks, to pass me, and the farthest right lane is used for people getting on and off their exits. And instead of merging on and off, merging in and out of the right lane there, I just stay in this middle lane. But on 3-lane highways like the 401 outside of Toronto, when there's only 3 lanes each way, we're gonna stay on Collectors here because there's traffic there and I don't want to cut anyone off. That Audi's coming up pretty quick, so we're just gonna stay in this lane, be predictable. I might want to grab that left lane before this GMC Canyon, but the Mini's coming up there, so we're just gonna sneak in here. That SUV or minivan behind us is also looking to do the same thing, so we're just kind of gonna hold pace here and try not to hold them up. The traffic's moving a little bit faster now, so I'm actually going faster than I want, but we're gonna try to get around this guy and get back into that lane if possible, depending on what he's gonna do. Is that yeah, that minivan's still behind me, so I'm holding him up right now. what we got. There's a guy in the right lane. He might take the spot, but now we're coming up on this minivan, so I think I'm gonna hold this lane for a bit. Which sucks because I'm holding up that guy. Actually, might change my mind and take this lane again, depending on what the... Oh my God, now the minivan's like, what are you doing? Get out of my lane, you're holding me up. And I'm like, I'm trying. Oh, now I'm way too close to this guy, but I'm gonna back off speed and get back to the speed that I wanna go, let this guy by. This is all just kind of a courtesy for that minivan to get by. Again, not always the correct decision in every instance, but I'm trying my best to cater to everyone else on the road. And that guy's probably fed up with what I was doing in the left lane there now too. Yeah, and I'm looking at this minivan thinking, you're hovering right around the speed that I want to go, sometimes faster, sometimes slower, and anytime he's slower than the speed I want to go, I want to pass him. So I'm trying to avoid that, because again, like you see now, he's picked up speed, and there's a, if I were to grab the left lane, I'd be stuck out there for no reason. So I'm probably just gonna hold this lane for now. But now I forgot what I was talking about before all that. 3 lanes. Yeah, so when the highway is 3 lanes wide, this dump truck here, he's nicely overloaded. He's got a lot of weight on that drop axle. I'm assuming he's a spiff truck. But yeah, he's got a broken turn signal on the front too. So I gotta watch out for little stuff like that. See now, okay, I picked up speed, but I'm coming right up to this van again, and the left lane's blocked and I can't get around, but I'm probably, yeah, I'm gonna go around. That Mazda's holding speed too. So now I've officially labeled this minivan as kind of unpredictable. He's not maintaining a consistent speed. Then again, kind of neither am I. Yeah, we're still gaining on him. He's probably going to drop a bit of speed going up this hill. Oh, now I'm holding up the left lane for this guy who's going over to the right, and he's coming up right there, and he's probably going to shoot across 2 lanes again. So I'm not going to grab this space if it becomes available, because I don't trust what that's the same Mazda. I don't trust what he's about to do, so judging by the fact that he's still in that right lane, he might actually be taking this exit and just made a kind of evasive maneuver to get over there. Yeah, I'm holding up some other traffic there. Yeah, he's taking that exit. Okay, so I don't need to worry about him anymore. Now I might grab this spot right in here again. Depending on what this guy's doing, this Toyota. This guy's merging in. I don't think, yeah, there's no one in the right lane that's going to bother him, so I'm going to mosey on over into this lane. Definitely going faster than I want to. I'll see what this guy's doing. Okay, so he's out of the way. That white pickup back in the left lane there, he doesn't seem too concerned on flying by me at the moment. That Toyota's still back there. Okay, things have calmed down a little bit, I think. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, back to the conversation at hand. 3 lanes each way, right, middle, and left lane. Trucks are not allowed in the left lane. So you're supposed to stay in the right lane and use the middle lane for passing as a truck. But a lot of drivers get sick of moving over and dealing with traffic merging on and off, so they just park themselves in the middle lane there. And A lot of the times their speed limiter is less speed than other trucks, and so you get either a pileup of trucks behind him waiting for him to merge over or something, or realize or pay attention to what's going on, or they start passing in the right lane and they get a dirty look as the truck goes by. This lane that I'm in currently right now is ending, so that's probably why this guy right there is staying in that lane and didn't merge over to the right lane, or he's one of those drivers that just parks himself in the middle lane. Yeah, so I merged over into the not ending lane, and that guy, he merged over to the left lane, seeing that I was here. Now look at this, we're approximately the same speed, and he is flying by, so he's not keeping a consistent speed at all. But we're gonna want to get around this truck, I think, depending on speed. And also, eventually these two lanes are gonna end, so it's just down to the 3 lanes there. Just looking at what traffic's doing, I might actually grab this lane right here, so everything's ready for when those 2 lane ends. And they end going off into exits, so I'm actually leaving it open for drivers who are taking that exit to use that lane without me holding them up. Now this guy's flying by, and we're coming up to a slower truck right here, so I'm gonna put on my signal to merge over to a lane. That white car has a full lane if he wants to go around me, but it looks like he's just holding off behind me, so we're okay. I'm giving him an option for me not to slow him down, but he didn't want to take it. Now this guy right here, he probably wants to get around this truck as well, so gotta watch out for him. Depending on what that white car behind me is doing, he's not giving him space to, that guy doesn't have his signal on to merge over, so he's just gonna stay put there for now. And we're around the slower truck, so we're gonna, the predictable move would be to get back in this right lane, so anyone who's coming up those far to right lanes should know that I'm probably doing something like this. Now I talked too long and left too much of an opening there, and the white car back there took the opening as well, but I had my signal on before I saw him merge over, so I'm committing to my intentions, and he can sit back there. Now that probably wasn't ideal for the dump truck, because that white truck, or the white car, probably cut a little bit too close in for him, and the dump truck probably backed off a little bit because of what I did and what the white car did. Now there's the white car. He merged way over into that lane, so he's probably gonna take the Salem Road exit, but he's not into the open lane on the far right, so he might actually be riding up this lane which ends. No, he's taking that exit. Okay, so that's what he was doing there. And this dump truck right here, yeah, he's the heavy one. I don't remember him passing me unless there's multiple black dump trucks that are overloaded. But he's one of those guys that's just kind of parking himself in the right lane there, or middle lane. Now keep an eye on this right lane, because it's ending right now, but there's no traffic in it, so unless someone dekes out from right behind me that I didn't see and cuts in. There's a bear sitting right there. Now this guy, yeah, I'm gonna merge over and let him in. I'm also getting up a little bit fast for traffic speed, but I do need to take the exit Lake Ridge Road right here, so I'm gonna signal early and get back in that lane once he's by. And we're gonna take this lane. Now what I normally do, I'm actually turning left, and this is a 2-lane exit, but I usually get off the highway as soon as possible, because there's usually traffic behind me that needs to continue in the right lane. And once I'm clear of that and no one else is coming up this lane here, I'll get back into this lane. Just to kind of keep things moving a little bit better on the highway. I mean, in that case, it wasn't exactly necessary, but still, it's doable. Now, if I carried a little bit more speed, I might have been able to make this light, but I don't think I'm gonna make this light. So I'm coming up to it expecting that it's gonna turn yellow. Yeah. Oh, I hate when it's right at the cusp of being able to make it. But yeah, anyways, that's kind of a little taste of what goes through my brain when I'm driving down the road. Even when traffic is quiet, like that was actually fairly heavy traffic. Even when it's quiet, the same things are going through my brain, and trying to figure out what's going on, predicting other drivers' movements, and just trying my best to keep traffic moving while also keep moving myself. So I don't know, let me know your comments, and yeah, I'll see you guys at the next one.